Hi and welcome back, friends. Now in this video we are going to solve an exercise problem which is based on palindrome. So we are going to write code to check whether the integer is palindrome or not. So let's start our video and stay tuned with me. So first let's understand that what is palindrome and what does it mean. So palindrome means suppose you have a number and suppose you have a number or integer and you reverse that integer or number, then after reversing also the integer or the string remains the same, then that integer or string is considered as palindrome. That means on reversing the integer or string, if you get the same thing, then that is called palindrome. So let's see one example. Suppose you declare a variable whose name is capital A and you have assigned that the value of the capital A as 121, that is 121. Now if you want to check that whether this A is palindrome or not, so what you need to do, you need to reverse the number A first, and after reversing you will get the number B. Now see that whether B is same as A or not. So here when you will reverse 1 to 1, then you will again get 1 to 1 only. That means A is equals to B here. That means A equals to B has been found correct. Hence the number A is a palindrome. So this is the algorithm and also an example to check whether the number is a palindrome or not. Now we will write the code in the Visual Studio IDE for our better understanding. But before writing code, let's understand few more concepts and few more algorithms to write the code. So we are going to understand or discuss basically two algorithms. First we'll discuss in the PPT session only, and the one I am not going to discuss, but I will say to you that what is algorithm. You need to understand that algorithm. So that algorithm we'll write in the Visual Studio IDE. One algorithm we are going to talk it now. So the first algorithm which we are going to talk is to extract the last digit number. So suppose in your code you have declared a number capital N equals to 1 to 1. You have initialized that number with the 1 to 1. Now if you want to extract all the digits of the n of the number n of the number capital N, then how to do that? That means you can extract each and every digit of the n by extracting the last digit and then changing the number n, then extracting the last digit and then changing that means first say you have a number n equals to 1 to 1, then first extract the last digit which is 1. Okay, now you do some operation on n such that the value of n becomes 12. Now again extract the last digit which will be 2. Now again do some operations on n whose value has been now changed to 12 to make the value of n to 1. Then again extract the last digit which will be on 1. So this is the basic algorithm to extract the last digit or the each and every digit of them. So let's see more deeply. Okay, so suppose I declare a value a variable dis and I have assigned the value to n percent is 10. So what does percentage operator do here? As we've discussed in the previous tutorials in the basics of C programming full course, that percentile operator is used to find the remainder when something is divided by 10 or something is divided by something. So here something means what? Here something is n and something is 10 also. That means what will be the remainder when you divide n by 10? So what is the value of n here? So we have n equals to 1 to 1. Now when you divide by 1 to 1, then the remainder will become 1. That means we have extracted the last digit for the n value as 1 to 1. Okay, now I want to change the value of n from 1 to 1 to 12 because now I want to extract the value 2. So to change the value of 1 to 1 the n from 1 to 1 to 12, what you can do operation. So you can assign n equals to n by 10. That means you need to just do integer division. That means if you divide this, then you are not going to get a floating point number. You will get integer. Okay, approximate. Okay, so if you will divide 1 to 1 by 10, then you are going to get 12. Now again you wanted to extract 2, then again apply the concept of extracting the last digit number. So how to extract the last digit? So again do this equals to n percent 2, then you will get 2 as an output. Then again assign the value of n equals to n by 10. Again you will get 1, and again if you will do this equals to n percent 10, then you will get remainder as 1. So this is the algorithm, basic algorithm to extract the each and every digit, which is the combination of the algorithm to extract the last digit. Okay, now we are going to onto IDE to write the code and understand the palindrome. Okay, so let's move on to the IDE. On the Visual Studio IDE, now here is the basic code that we have written till now, which is the basic snippet code. So what I have done till now, I have declared a variable name n equals to 0, where I will store my actual number to be checked. I have printed a message using a printf function, enter the number to be checked, and after that I have scanned the value of percentage d, value of n from the user. Okay, now I am going to write the actual code from here onwards. To write the actual code, I am going to declare some more variables, because I'm going to use these variables in my code. Okay, so the first variable that I'm going to declare is the rev. So what is the analog to rev? Rev means here that I will be storing the reverse of the number n into this variable. Now next, I'm going to declare another variable, this equals to 0. So what I am going to do with the this, I am going to store the last digit at every point of the time in the code. Okay, now I am also going to declare one more and final variable as a equals to 0. What is the purpose of a here? I am going to copy the value of n into the a. Okay, so I will tell you the reason that why I am doing so. As of now, just copy the value of n into a. So I have done now. Now I'm going to write the algorithm to find the whether this is palindrome or not. So to check that, I'm going to use the while loop. Okay, so here is the while loop. Now what will be the condition? Just think it off. The condition will be n is not equals to 0. That means check whether the value of n is 0 or not. Okay, now you just write the algorithm that we have discussed in the PPT session. So I wanted to extract the last digit. So how to extract? I'm going to do this equals to n percentile 10. So I have extracted the last digit. Now I want to change the value of n from n by 10. Why I am doing so? As we have discussed in the PPT session, because I want to extract the each and every digit of the n. That's why I am doing n equals to n by 10. Okay, so now finally I am going to use the second algorithm that you need to think it upon by tracing the while loop. Okay, so what I am going to do, this is an algorithm to find the reverse of the number n. Okay, so to find the reverse of the number n, what you need to do, you need to write just one statement: rev equals to rev into 10 plus this. Okay, whatever the value here this has stored. Okay, so we are using that value here only, okay. So this is the algorithm to get the reverse of the number n. Okay, so just trace the while loop, you will get the reverse number of n into the rev variable. Okay, so I will explain you once. Suppose that I inputted the value of the n as 1 to 1. Okay, now I have copied the value of n 1 to 1 from n to a. Now I came to the while loop. Now I came to the line number 18, where I have extracted the last digit. Okay, so if the value of n was initially as 1 to 1, then this value will be 1, because I have extracted the last digit. Now after changing the value of n from n by 10, what you will get 12 as the new n value. Now if you will do here, then what you will get, what is the initial value of the rev? It's 0. So 0 into 10 is 0, plus what is the value of this is 1. So value of 1 will be, so value of this will be 1. Now again come back, as the value of n has become 12 here, again it will check the condition that whether the n is equals to 0 or not. It is not equals to 0, hence the condition is satisfied. Again it will come inside the while loop. Now again it will find the next this value, which is n percent 10. That means 12% 10. The value will be 2. Again the value of n will get changed from 12 to 1. Again if you will do here, then the value of rev will become 2. Okay, and finally again if you will do here, then you will get 1 as this value, and you will get n as 0 here. Okay, and you will get rev value here as 1 to 1. Okay, and finally when the value of n has become 0, then it will exit from the while loop and it will come outside. So when it will come outside, the value of n is equals to 0, rev is equals to 1 to 1. So you can see here that the initial value of n was 1 to 1 and the rev now has become 1 to 1 after reversing the number n. Okay, so now we wanted to compare that, check whether the number rev is equals to n or not. But what tragedy here is that the value of n has become 0 after coming out of the while loop. So that's why I have declared a variable a here, copied a, compare with the a in spite of doing with that n, because the value of a n has been changed from 1 to 1 to 0. So I will not be able to compare with the reverse. Now just compare with the a, that whether it is equal or not, and if it is equal then print yes with new line character. Okay, else printf no. Okay, print here no and new line character. Okay, and finally return 0. Okay, now just save the code, have a new terminal and just compile the code fast. UCC t6.c, as it has compiled successfully. Now just run the code, just wait for the pop-up message. It has pop-up message has displayed now. So the first input I am giving is 1 to 1. So you can see the answer is correct. I am giving 1 to 2, answer is no. I am giving 2 to 2, answer is correct, yes. I am giving 2, 2, again it is correct. That means the code is working properly. So I hope you have understood the code properly. Just for summary purpose, let's understand once more. I have declared the n, I have scanned the value of n, and I have declared 3 variables here, which is reverse this a, and I have copied the value of n from n to a. Then I have used the while loop. The base condition here is to check whether the value of n is not equals to 0 or not. And after that I have written the algorithm that how to extract each and every digit that n have, and finally with the help of the extracted digits that I have done in the line number 18 and 19, I have constructed my reverse number. Okay, so after coming out of the while loop, you will notice that the value of n has become 0 and the number has become reversed, and the reverse number has become 1 to 1. If we'll take example of n equals to 1 to 1, okay, then the reverse number will become 1 to 1. After that, I have compared that look, check whether rev is equals to a or not. If it is equal, then yes, it is palindrome, else it is not a palindrome. So this is the basic code. I hope you have understood it. So please like the video and subscribe the channel. So that's it for this video. Thank you and join.